Good afternoon. Bob Vaughan back with you from Freedom Now Community. We're going to give you some more sales tips today. Today, we're going to say that training doesn't work. And you say, wow, wait a minute. Every time I get a new job or I get a new sales situation, the first thing I want is training. And everybody that I get in my organization, they want training. And why I'm saying training doesn't work is because of the history of training. Give me an example. You make $200,000 as a salesman. And you must know what you're doing. You're doing real well, whatever you're selling. So the boss comes to you and said, tell you what, we need a new sales manager. And we're going to offer you the job. Say, hey, that's terrific. I get a promotion. He said, we're going to move you out of your current location, which is out here in a desk in the middle of nowhere. We're going to give you your private office. And we're going to give you benefits. And we're going to pay you $40,000 a year. You say, wait a minute. I make $200,000 now. But you're going to be the sales manager. My daughter recently got an offer for a job. She works at home as a processor. She works in her kitchen. She makes well over $100,000 a year, works when she wants to, how she wants to, dressed the way she wants to, and she can take care of her child as she is a single mom. So she called me on the phone. She said, Dad, I got a job offer. She said they're going to move me up to underwriter for this company. I said, great. What's it look like to you? She said, well, I'm just bouncing this off for you because I don't know what to do, but they're going to offer me $3,500 a month. They're going to give me half, they're going to pay half of my health insurance. And, of course, I get an office. I said, well, that's terrific. What's your hours? Well, I got to be there 8 to 5 at least, sometimes past that, but I'll be on a salary so I don't get paid overtime or anything. And they got a 401k program. I said, okay. And you now make $100,000 a year. You live at home or work at home. You do whatever you want. You dress the way you want. You eat a sandwich out of your refrigerator. You don't have to go out to lunch. What's your opinion of this? She started laughing. And I said, on top of that, listen to this. You'll be the last one in. So when that company goes down or under, which they probably will do, you'll be the first one out. Then you'll be out there trying to get all your contacts back, and you're going to have to start from scratch. I thought that was a very good idea. So let's go back to our sales manager. So this guy makes $40,000 a year, so he must have made less than that to take that job. Would you agree? Oh, yeah. So you're a $200,000 a year salesperson. This guy's going to teach you how to make $40,000. Doesn't make a lot of sense, does it? And I've been in a lot of companies, and I've been in a lot of network marketing organizations where they did training. You know what they train you on? The product. Remember we talked about, if you watch the other modules, is people don't buy the product. That's not emotional. They buy freedom. That's why we have what we have. That's what this blog is all about. People want freedom. They don't care what kind of a vitamin you sell or what kind of soap you sell or what kind of a drink you sell. And if you know all the ingredients, it's not going to help you. Instead, you need to have a trainer that gives you words to use. Let me give you some examples. I've had a life insurance license for 8 to 10 years. How exciting would it be for you if I said to you, I sell life insurance? Just go to a party. I'd go to a party, and I don't want anybody around me at this party. I just want to be alone tonight. So somebody comes to me and says, what do you do for a living? You know what I tell them? I sell life insurance. Whoa. That guy walks away from me, and he tells everybody else, that's a life insurance salesman over there. The guy's sitting all by himself. And that guy over there sitting all by himself is a used car salesman. And that guy over there all by himself sells prepaid legal. So there's a bunch of us just sitting by ourselves and we can't talk to people. Now, what if you would have come over to me and said, what do you do for a living? And I'm a life insurance salesman. And I say to you, well, everyone knows that we've just gone through quite an economic downturn. Would you agree? During that time, most people's savings, IRAs, 401ks, have been cut at least in half. Would you agree with that? Well, I found a way to show people how that won't happen to them. And on top of that, their family will be protected and the government doesn't get into the money. Is anyone helping you with that? I'm a car salesman. The guy comes over to me and says, what do you do for a living? And say, I help people find a way to purchase the car of their dreams without paying the depreciation that a brand new car gives everyone. For example, everyone knows when you purchase a new car, when you drive it off the lot, you lose 20 to 25% of its value. Would you agree with that? Oh, absolutely. Is anyone showing you how to get the car of your dreams without the depreciation? Now, does that make more sense to you? So, For example, if you're in network marketing and someone comes up to you and said, what do you do for a living? You say, well, I'm in the Amway business and I sell soap. I sell the best soap. You aren't going to believe how good it's concentrated, as a matter of fact. And you get in business with us, we can make you a fortune. I know people in our business make $100,000 a month. That guy over there is in the Amway business. Don't go near him. Isn't that what's going to happen to you? On the other hand, if somebody comes to you and says, what do you do for a living? You say things like, everyone knows we've just gone through quite an economic downturn. And most people feel like in this time we need a Plan B retirement program. I've found a way to get my Plan B program going. Is anyone helping you with that? Does that make more sense? It's a word thing. That's sales training. When we talked about the house back a little while ago, we talked about the room we were trying to market to someone, because this is an 8-room house, so you have to market the house 1 room at a time. And when I got in the real estate business, I didn't understand that. I would just, you know how I showed a house? I'd say, go look at it. They'd come out and I'd say, what do you think about it? And I was excited. You know what they said? What's that mean? But if you go through the house, and each room you say, in your opinion, do you feel that this house or this room meets your needs? How do you feel? Oh, I like it. Then shut up and get them out of that room. You just sold a room. So go to the kitchen. Demonstrate the kitchen. Show them how when the refrigerator opens, there's their countertop space. And guys, you can't do this. Women do this. You don't know how to do this. And then when they pull their car up, where's their groceries going to go? Right there in the pantry. You just show them how that works. When you get out, you say, Mary, does this kitchen meet your needs? Yes. Get her out of the kitchen. You just sold it. Don't stand there and keep talking. Some people talk too long. They sell the kitchen, they buy it back. Because when they say they like the kitchen, then you say, wait a minute, you haven't seen the cupboards yet. You haven't seen the Lazy Susan. I hate Lazy Susans. I don't want a Lazy Susan. It takes up too much space. I don't want that. Oh, I didn't see those cupboards. I don't like that color. Oh, they're too high. I can't reach them. Oh, I don't like it. A minute ago, she bought the kitchen, and you just bought it back. Does that agree? Yeah, we do that. These are the words you have to learn. When you come out of the house, you say, in your opinion, how do you feel about all those rooms? You just sold the house room by room. And when they say they like it, don't say, do you want to buy it? They already own it. You just say to them, now that you've taken ownership, do you want to do the paperwork here, or should we go back to my office? You sold it. It's the words people use that are so important. And most of us don't know any of those words. We've never had the proper sales training to close anything. Let's talk about closing right now, because it scares you to death to close on anyone. If you trial close like we just did, step after step after step, you've already done the closing. You don't have to worry about a closing. You just say to them, what do we do now? We have to do paperwork. There's always paperwork, so let's sit down and do the paperwork right here. And be ready to do it. And don't ever say, are you going to buy something? It's always invest. Would you agree with that? Absolutely. That's what works. Invest works. So you've got your network marketing business, and you've told people how you can show how they're going to be free. They're going to have money to do what they want. They can fire their boss. They've done all that. Now you simply say to them, we just have to sit down and do a little bit of paperwork, and then I'm going to work with you, and let's get this thing rolling. Be done. That's it. That's all you have to do. As long as you have emotionally got them involved in what you're doing. And say, by the way, this particular business markets vitamins. That's after they're in the business. You don't have to do all those things up front. And you don't have to know the percentage of what is in the vitamin, how much is A and how much is B and all that. They don't need to know all that. You don't need to know all that. That's not what you're selling. Afterwards they can read it, and that'll happen. Well, I hope this has helped you a little bit. Back to selling emotion, not selling fact, using words that work. That's sales training. Look, have a terrific day. We'll have another one for you shortly.